city airport and an international airport.
Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
They're both on top of my desk right now, at the very top shelf. Hello, everyone. Theo here, and today we are back with another coach interview, but we're flipping it around this time.
Well, well, well. How the turntables?
I will be interviewing our usual interviewer, Leaf, or Mr. NuzlockeAcademy, Mr. Academy, and we're gonna break it down here. We're gonna break down Leaf. We're gonna break down his academy, and we'll see where this takes us. So, thank you, Leaf, for joining today and being the interviewee this time around. Thank you for your flexibility.
Thank you for having me.
All right, well, VBA. All right, this is the biggest season of VBA we've had yet, season 3, with the most coaches. And you're in it. You're one of the coaches. That's why you're being interviewed. And we got to be honest, Leaf. We got to be honest with ourselves today. It's been a rough start for you. All right.
It's been a real rough start for me. We don't even gotta try to fake it. It's been real rough.
So you are currently 0-3 with a -5 differential.
0-3 with a -5.
That's where
I'm sitting at.
You don't have to stay seated, okay? You can get up and move to a different seat. So
I'm gonna get up today.
That's right.
I'm gonna get
That's
up
right,
today.
Sasso. You better watch out. So you have used all 3 of your transactions in the first, as soon as you possibly could within the first 3 weeks or first 4 weeks of play. I have done the same. I was not confident in my team, and clearly you weren't either. So let's talk about that. What were your initial thoughts on your team, like draft strategy going in, and yeah, what was your draft strategy going in?
And we kind of got together the day before and kind of talked about tier lists, what Pokemon we thought were good value, what Pokemon thought we were undervalued, and we just created like this long Google Doc on Pokemon we would have kind of liked to see on the team, you know, if we could get to it. A lot of the picks that we really wanted kind of went quick.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, while he was streaming, he actually also was kind of typing to me in Facebook Messenger.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like, you know, I was asking his opinions, he was giving them, and we were kind of going back and forth live while the draft was happening. So I mean, kudos to him for multitasking like that.
Yeah, he was streaming that.
Yeah, but what we didn't realize, or I mean, he still doesn't like all the trades. He's still really against them. But I looked at my team after draft and I was like, I got 6 fighting weaknesses. And I mean, I have a lot of resists. You know, I have like 4 psychic Pokemon, but with 4 shared, you know, weaknesses with 4 shared typings, it also comes with a lot of shared weaknesses. So
Yep.
I think mainly my trade choices were not only to fix my type effectiveness chart, which, you know, there's a couple coaches that will, you know, including myself, that'll say that the type effectiveness isn't everything,
Mm-hmm.
but it does help. And not only that, I was really heavy on the special side and really heavy on the support side. So I needed to get a little bit of damage on my team. My speed tiers weren't great. I was kind of just in the middle with everything except for like Greedent.
Yep.
He was like an obvious outlier. So I think the team just needed a little bit of cleaning up. That's why, and the order I went in is specifically because I needed the extra points for the Bolton trade at the end.
Yeah, that's the tricky part about our league as far as manipulating, or not manipulating, but maneuvering around different tiers in transactions is really tough because it's 1 transaction per week, and depending on how you drafted, what your team composition looks like on your team, it can make it really difficult kind of changing that tier composition on the team. Like I had trouble with that as well. And I tried to, and you tried to do it as well, is that you try to limit your overlap during the transaction period as much as possible to get to your final result. But it's hard. It's hard, man.
It really was. I think I took like 8 hours to try to do a bunch of different.
Yeah.
My first initial one is actually funny because I'm facing up against the Pokemon this week that I almost picked up. I almost dropped tier 1 Tyranitar for tier 1 or tier 5 Altaria. That was almost my first trade.
Oh yeah, I love Altaria.
But it ended up falling through because I just couldn't make any of the other available Pokemon work. To make Altaria be like a good fit on the team. So I had what I was given via what was available on the tier list. Luckily, none of the trades that became available really affected what I would trade if the Pokemon that are available now were available then.
Yep.
I kind of like what I have now. I talked a lot of crap about Bolton before. I don't know if you remember that, but I talked a lot of crap about Bolton, and I never saw Bolton actually put in work personally. But I needed something fast, and I needed something that did a decent amount of damage.
Wow. You'll have to reach out to Goomer, the Bolton Bashers. He's a big fan of Bolton, and I think he won the VDL with Bolton. I could be wrong with that, but the guy knows his Bolton, so you'll have to reach out. And contrary to popular belief, Goomer does not bash Boltons. He's a Bolton basher. The Bolton bashing. Yeah, so we're just gonna cut it there. Maybe I'll edit that out. So anyway, so now you have your final team, right? So it's technically it was fully active. Is this the first week it's fully active? Week
Yes.
4? Okay. So this is your first time using your final team, and this video will come out after your match because you're playing your match directly after this interview. How are you feeling going into it?
I did. I'm a little nervous. I'm really excited to play Sasori. And this is also kind of a salty run back. He absolutely demolished me with Crit Kiss in another tournament we were in. Or was it a different, I think it was either a different draft league or a different tournament league, but he absolutely demolished me. I don't think until this league, until my week 1 with Dan this season, I have never lost a battle so hard than when he demolished me with Crit Kiss. So it's kind of a salty run back, but also I've been like super busy like with the holidays and certain family stuff going on. Like I didn't really have a ton of time to prep. So the prep that I did put in was about 20 minutes last night and 30 minutes this morning.
I'll do.
So because this is coming out, I mean, I guess I can say kind of what I'm expecting him to bring Parasong against me because it's my whole shtick. It's I talk about it a lot. I always draft the Parasong team. I always talk a lot of smack with Parasong. I'm kind of expecting Sasori to bring it. So I have 2 Pokemon that instead of using Taunt, which I'm not running Taunt on my Obstagoon, I actually just went for Throat Chop instead because he gets stabbed on Throat Chop anyways. And I really don't want to use Taunt into a Mental
Throat
Herb.
Chop will help you stop the Parasong as well, so that's a good idea. With your team now, final team, let's just get a number. Let's kind of get an actual quantity here, or a quantity. Qualification? I don't know. We'll edit that out. So confidence level. 1 to 10. On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you in your final team here for the rest of the season?
So when I first built the team, I would say that it was a zesty Chipotle. Very mild. But I think now that we're looking at my team, I'm gonna see a little bit of a scorching habanero.
All right.
But that's just me. We all like our own teams.
That's true. All right. Well, so far in your first 3 matches that you've played, what would you say is your most surprisingly disappointing Pokemon, and also your most surprisingly best performing Pokemon as well?
So I'll have to say my most surprisingly disappointing Pokemon, and this also has to do with like just the way I haven't been playing it very well, is the Dracovish. It is tied for my kill leader, but at the same time I feel like our main kill leader, which is is a tier 1 that's supposed to be our main sweeper, shouldn't be tied in kills for my team with Klefki. I don't think that's something that should be a thing. I think Dracovish should be a lot higher on the board. So it hasn't really been doing its job, and I mean, obviously it's mostly my fault, or just the fact that a lot of coaches know how to prep around the Vish now. But I've really struggled to work on my board positioning with Dracovish. I haven't been doing too well with it. Most surprising doing well Pokemon is either gonna be, I gotta say, it's actually probably Phalanx.
Okay.
Like I know Phalanx is, you know, absolutely nutty. I know everyone says it's good. Everyone knows it's good. It's not a Pokemon that like it's my type of play style. And I think every time I've brought Phalanx, it's at least put my board state in a position where it was like I wasn't necessarily automatic losing here. I felt comfortable switching it in when I did. He has wicked high coverage. I think just in terms of like the work that's been done, I think Phalanx on board has been much more of a threat, which is a lot more surprising because going into this season, I didn't think Phalanx was that great. I was actually against Phalanx, whereas everybody was like, it's so good. But so it's surprising to me that it's doing as much work.
I mean, I think
as
Phalanx is good for a tier 4. For tier 4, I think it has good value, but with Defiant, with Battle Armor, two good abilities, and like you said, it has decent coverage. It lacks in speed, but you can kind of build around it and support it. It is surprising to hear about the Dracovish, because Dracovish is just so good, and I think you're right as far as when you see Dracovish on a team, you automatically prep for it, right? You have multiple answers for it. It doesn't make sense just to bring one answer for it, because it can just sweep a team. But I think the issue is when you have Dracovish as like your sole kind of like major threat there, when someone looks at the team, they can really easily prep for it versus having to prep for a bunch of other stuff as well. Yeah, that's good. So, I mean, we can't put it all on the team, right, Leaf? We can't blame it all on the team. It's also, I mean, it's the fact that you wanted to be in Johto, your preferred division, and you got thrown into Kanto. So right there and then, it's already thrown you off, right? So we can't blame it on the team. We got to blame it on fate as well.
Always RNG's fault, guys.
Yep. So so far you've played the Alexandria Arcanines, coached by Dan. You played the Worcester Stunfisk, coached by Curry Buff, and Island Dragons, coached by Hawk the Wanderer. What's been your favorite set so far?
My favorite set, oh, that's tough. Ooh, that's real tough. I want to say my favorite set will have to be the Worcester Stunfisks. I think I took home a lot more from that match than I did my other two. And I think so my game with the Island Dragons, as much as I love to see Hawk grow, and you know, he's a close friend of mine, seeing him go from where he was at VGC to how he's kind of playing now, and I told you guys he was going to thrive. I mean, he's not. He's 1-2 right now, but it's seeing him play better makes me feel good, but also on the same side of that is I'm just disappointed in the way that I played. So I didn't take much from that game. Like I didn't learn much from that game, only because I was more upset that I played like garbage, you know? I wouldn't necessarily say I threw. I think he made a lot of really good plays. I think he played really well, but I didn't match his energy, and that was really disappointing for me. But I think the match between me and Curry, I think I took a lot home. I think I played really smart, at least in the game 1. But I think I learned a lot more from the Curry matchup than I did my other 2 matches. My week with Dan was like literally just a sweep. So, I mean, there wasn't much to learn other than, dang, this guy does more than Ice Horse, you know? Yeah,
the Dan's team is really good. It's really, it has a lot of options. But yeah, against Curry Buff, that's good. Those matches where you learn something that can help you going forward, those are the best ones. And then also the upsets are the best ones too.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm sure we'll see an upset this season from you. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it, Mr. Academy. And yeah, let's move forward here. So you had a couple favorite sets of of the three, for different reasons, looking at the rest of your schedule, who are you most excited to play?
Well, let's take a gander. I am really excited for Sasso, specifically for the Salty run back. Honestly, most excited match of the rest of my weeks has to be my week 10 actually. Me versus the Corpus Christi Crabbies.
No, dude, it's Corpus Christi Kinglers now.
Kinglers. Oh, you right. No, you know what? It's Crabbies till he beats me again.
Okay, all right. You heard that, Joe. You're still crabby until you beat Leaf, and then you'll evolve.
We've played 3 times, and right now our record's sitting pretty. I'm at 2, and he's at 1. So
okay.
2-1. You got to beat me one more time before he's a Kingler.
All right, nice.
But he has a insane team.
His team is insane. Yeah.
I gotta give. Not only is his team insane, but he's one of the boys.
This is true.
And the last time we played was the time he got the win, so I gotta give him the Salty run back. So 3 things got me going for this week 10.
Yeah, Krabby's improved a lot, and I'm sure they'll be talked about during his interview. Yeah, since season 0, he's improved a ton, and it's great to see. It's great to see the development in the players in our community. Sure. Yeah, so hopping away from the VBA here, we'll stick with Pokemon, but let's start with first generation. When did you start, Leaf?
I started, so my Silver or Crystal. Way back when I was in summer camp, this kid brought his Game Boy, and I stole his game.
Jesus, this is on camera. This is recorded, man. It's on the record.
Look, it ends in a good note. So I stole his game. I was poor, so you know what? I couldn't afford that stuff. I mean, I had a Game Boy, but like I couldn't be like, yo, mom, buy me Crystal. So, I took it home. I played it, deleted his save file. To start my own, because I didn't know that you couldn't have multiple save files on Pokemon.
That is true evil.
I don't know where he was at. Like, I don't know what part of the game he was at, but I just hit new game, started my stuff, and so what I did is I played through the game. I got to about like the 5th or 6th gym. Like, I didn't even beat the game. Then my mom found it and was like, "Where'd you get this game?" And I was like, "Yo, I'm borrowing it." And we knew the other kid's family, so she actually called home to his mom and was like, do you know that Matt's borrowing this kid's game? And she goes, no, we've been looking for it. We thought that he lost it. Like, he got grounded because he like lost it at summer camp. Like, this kid not only got his game stolen, but he got grounded.
Oh my goodness.
And I was like, oh, I'm in trouble. So into the car we go. I drive to his house with my mom. I give him the game cartridge back. I was like, dang, I'm sorry. I just really wanted to try it. And he's like, no problem. If you asked, I would have let you borrow it. It's still fine. And then next day, we're at summer camp. And he goes, it's not fine anymore. You deleted my save file.
Oh, man.
And yeah, from there, he stole a game of mine.
What kind of friend?
Like retaliation.
What kind of friendship is this? You guys are just stealing stuff from each other.
We're like in 1st grade. We were super young. He was mad, so he stole one of my games, but arguably a game wasn't even nearly as good as Pokemon. He stole like one of my Bomberman games. Then I was like, Ma, he stole it, and she was like, after all that, you think he would steal a game? And yeah, I never got it back, but.
Jeez.
But yeah, that's the first game I've played, but the first one that I officially owned, Sapphire.
Okay.
Not only was it the first game I owned, but I also maxed out the time clock on it.
Nice.
Not even necessarily like playing the game and like doing stuff within the game, like just like running around the world. I just loved it so much. Like, I would literally just like run the routes, throw on like some rappels, and just walk through everything, surf through everything, visit old areas from when I was beating the game. Like, I just had a lot of fun with it, and I was super young. Like, I don't know if I have the time to do that kind of stuff today, but Like it was just fun. I would like make up. It was actually kind of weird. I'd make up little stories. Like I'd go up to random NPCs and be like, "This is my best friend in the game." It was real weird.
Oh man, no, that doesn't sound weird. That sounds very natural. Yeah, I think I started with Crystal, but my experience with Crystal is probably the same as yours with Sapphire, where you just get really into it. And because it was the first game, and then the first game you own, and then also the fact that you beat it and you want to beat every little piece of it, and you want to know every little thing about the game, and that was essentially me as well. Of course, I was probably a little bit older, and I didn't steal it, but it's same thing, right? Same difference. Yeah. So all right, well, that's when you first started. You know, with the usual how everyone starts. Now, when did you get into VGC? Or did you start on Smogan? Did you start with Smogan singles?
I started with singles.
Okay.
And I started singles. Actually, I started singles and I started VGC in the same generation. I started singles in X and Y. Mm-hmm. And then I think about it wasn't even that long. It was maybe like a year. And then Popo was like, "Hey, let's play VGC." And then I was like, "All right, let's play VGC. I just want to play Pokemon."
Yeah.
So then we had a couple tournaments, a couple monotype tournaments that we ran. We had like an Elite Four thing going. Mm-hmm. That's kind of how I got into VGC. Then I was like, "Hey, Hawk, you should play VGC with us because you always say you want to play Pokemon with us." He's like, "Doubles isn't real Pokemon." And then here he is in a draft league. So yeah, but it was around long, you know, too long didn't read X and Y. It was like where I really bit the competitive egg.
Nice. That's good to hear. Well, glad you came into it, and glad you found us here. And we're glad to have you. So now let's veer away from Pokemon. You mentioned in your survey, so I did send out a survey to folks, and we didn't get to actually use them. The original plan, if anyone's wondering, was to use those survey results in the randomization video, division randomization video, but it didn't save. So we're using it in the interviews. So in your survey, you mentioned that something that you're currently doing right now is you're rewatching the MCU or the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies for the third time in order. Now, what I need to know...
I mean, dirty.
Third time, folks. Not the second time. This isn't the first run through either. This is the third time, and there'll probably be a fourth. And so, are you watching it in chronological order or just like release date order?
Well, this time, I've done it. So, I've done it both ways, and this time we're watching it in timeline order. The original reason was because me and my girlfriend, we haven't watched, the only things I haven't watched yet were the TV shows, and she hasn't watched the TV shows either. Mm-hmm. Like I haven't seen Loki, I didn't watch WandaVision yet.
WandaVision is so good.
None of them. And back when we started this train ride, it was only WandaVision that was out. Mm-hmm. So our plan was to watch in timeline order, then watch WandaVision. Now like 50 different shows are out. So I think next on our list is actually Loki. Like we just finished Endgame, so Loki comes right after it.
Okay.
But so right now we're doing timeline, and I try when a new Marvel movie comes out, I try to watch at least the last like couple movies leading up to it. So like it might be my third time doing like the full haul, but it's not my third time watching each movie. I like him a lot. So yeah, I always try to rewatch them when I can. I think they're fantastically written.
Yeah.
Fantastically even a word.
Have you? I think so. Adverb, right? LY. So let's see here. Have you seen all of them? Even all the newest ones like Eternals and the No Way Home?
I haven't watched Eternals yet.
Okay.
I didn't get a chance. I didn't have the time to see it, and I was actually kind of procrastinating on watching Eternals because every single person I know that watched it said it was bad.
That's what I heard too.
And I don't know. I don't care what critics usually say because critics usually are really harsh on movies, and I like a lot of movies that critics don't. But when when my friends who also like religiously watch these movies have the same opinions as me, and also like just know me and know like how I think about movies, tell me that I'm not gonna like it, that it's this bad, I was just kind of like putting it off, and then I finally got ready to see it, and it was like not in theaters anymore. I think I kind of had like the quickest like in and out of a movie theater than like any other
straight
Marvel
to
movie.
DVD. So, yeah, I haven't seen it. I'm a huge MCU fan as well, and the two I haven't seen are Eternals and Spider-Man, the newest one. So no spoilers.
I saw Spider-Man first day. I won't spoil it, but I will say bring a tissue box. But other than that, no spoilers.
Dude, I said no spoilers. Oh my
I never said it was sad. Never said it was happy. I'm just looking out. Bring a box.
Oh gosh. What's your favorite movie in the MCU?
Oh, Spider-Man.
Newest one. Oh, the newest one. Okay. All right. Okay.
Newest one. So if we're talking pre-Spider-Man, because no spoilers, I'm not allowed to talk about Spider-Man. My favorite one prior to this Spider-Man, good question. It has to be one of the Avengers ones. I always get so hyped when they're all on screen.
Yeah.
Honestly, probably Endgame.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Probably Endgame, because like just that when they all came through those portals. I don't care. I'm not doing no spoiler for you. You've had long enough to see it. They all come through the portals, and every character is there, bro. I was like,
yeah, you get the chills, right? You get the goosebumps.
Something hit different.
The willies, yeah. Yeah. I mean, Endgame was really good. The last two Avengers movies were really good, and then I really like Shang-Chi because it's really cool to see Asian, like a movie with so many Asians in it, and then or such a large Asian cast. But I think as far as rewatch value, I think my favorite and the one that I've rewatched the most amount of times, and the one I'll always throw on if I just want something on in the background that's an MCU movie, is Thor Ragnarok. I freaking love that one. It's so funny. It just has a different tone than the other movies. It's just like straight jokes throughout the whole entire movie, and I just loved it. I loved it.
Ragnarok was real good. I actually, so with Shang-Chi, I watched it twice. I didn't watch it a ton of times. I think Shang-Chi also has a decent amount of rewatch value. And to your point about having like a lot of like Asian main cast, they're not like they didn't select from like the pool of like the most common actors.
Yeah.
Like they gave people like chances to like expose themselves, and I watched interviews with a lot of the actors and actresses, and like what they did with Shang-Chi was just really cool, and I think it's not only really cool, but it's really important for the Asian community as a whole. I mean,
yeah, I agree.
I think it was really important. I think Shang-Chi for the Asian community was just like Black Panther for the Black community. It was just an important film.
Yep, completely agree on that. Yeah, it's interesting because like you said, there are a lot of unknown Asian actors in the movie, and then what I also thought was really neat was that there's a couple actors that were unknown in America in mainstream Hollywood, but they're huge overseas, huge in Hong Kong. And we don't know about them at all, but they were in this movie, and I thought that was really cool to see. Seeing,
yeah, I think it was a big dub.
Yeah, for sure. Like having my mom like recognize people from her Chinese movies, it's really neat. Yeah. So, Leaf, you work with kids, right? Your job involves working with kids. Do your kids, are they big MCU folks as well?
So no, long story short, but so right now I'm a registered behavior technician, or RBT for short, and I work directly under a board certified behavior analyst. And what we do is we specialize in children from moderate to severe autism spectrum disorder, and we create, well, the BCBA creates like behavior plans, and my job is to kind of like enforce those behavior plans and like work on them like one-on-one with the students. So I am in a classroom right now. All of my students except one are non-speaking. So None of them talk with you know, their voice. They have like a tablet. They can go through the pages and they can, you know, talk to us that way. It's actually very high tech. Like I wish I had it. I wish I had one I could show you, but I don't have one. They're very expensive. Most families get them through insurance. So like I have a kid who likes every movie.
Mm-hmm.
So like I wouldn't necessarily call him an MCU fan, but he'll watch them.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't call any of the other kids like MCU fans because like they don't have that level of like retention. So we mostly just watch like 3D animated kids movies when we have a movie day every once in a while.
Nice.
I will say that I came from the downstairs program, where I moved up to like the more kind of like severe level, and they're basically like low level ASD. Like wouldn't even be able to tell.
What's ASD?
And they're autism spectrum disorder.
Okay.
Like they're more so like behavioral needs versus upstairs we're more like cognitive level. All the kids downstairs love the Marvel movie. Like when I used to work down there, we used to talk about it all the time. Like if I had to see the movies the day they came out, not only because I wanted to, but because if I didn't, these kids would spoil them.
Nice.
But the downstairs program, they all love them. But the kids that I work with now, they. Oh.
Yeah. Well, that's a really respectable job, and obviously very difficult role in that field. And well, what am I saying? In all fields, that would be considered a very difficult role to play. That's really good, Leif. Thank you for going into that field, and you definitely have the personality type to do well in that field for sure. For those that don't know, Leif actually came over to my house, and he basically just told me that my food sucked. And
that's fake.
And
that's a lie.
He was like, "You don't know anything about food, Theo. I'm the food guy. I'm a food guy." I
never said that.
And I was telling Leif or Mr. Academy that I like my grilled cheeses with I do whole wheat. I do whole wheat bread. So I do 2 slices of whole wheat bread, and I do 1 slice of American. That's it. You know, nice,
that's not even cheese, bro.
Simple. A little butter on each side, a little slow and steady on the pan. And Leif goes, that's ridiculous. I can't believe that. And Leif, why don't you explain to us your grilled cheese recipe?
I don't have one grilled cheese recipe. I have a bunch of grilled cheese recipes.
Here we go. Give us an idea.
First of all, I never said your food sucked. We ordered pizza, first of all, and it was good pizza. And then you were the one that was like, "It's not even good pizza. It's just okay pizza." And anyways, we were talking about grilled cheese, and so American cheese is not real cheese. First of all, I was talking to actually me and Popo are on the same level. We were actually yelling at one of our other friends because he eats American cheese. It's not real cheese. It's not.
It's real cheese. It's processed, but it's real.
I guess my simplest grilled cheese recipe is actually kind of like, and this is gonna sound so gross to you guys, and I'm so sorry. You actually take a little bit of butter and you mix it with your mayo and then put it on the outside of the bread. Then you could use preferred cheese inside that isn't American cheese. I like to stick to a nice either provolone or mozzarella, and sometimes both. But I guess my more complex grilled cheese recipes, I have secret ingredients I can't talk to you about.
Okay, all right.
I actually use like a cream cheese like mixture that I make, where I put a bunch of stuff in it, and I use that for the outsides. I put my cheese. And then in the middle of my cheese, so it will go like the cream cheese mixture, bread, cheese, some sort of shredded cheese, cream cheese mixture, cheese, bread mixture. And it is the gooeyest grilled cheese you will ever eat in the world, and it's so good. But I mean, everyone likes their grilled cheese different, but I will die on a hill that American cheese needs to stay away from grilled cheese.
Okay, fine. We'll end that conversation there. But what we need to do is we have to do a slight loop around back to Pokemon, right? So
okay, perfect.
You said that your first, well, technically your first full generation is Ruby Sapphire, right? Generation 3. But I want to get back to the generation you stole. You stole this generation from a child. Well, you were a child as well, but just as bad, just as bad. Really toxic friendship. And let's what do you say we go to Showdown? And why don't we do for the people, right? For the people. The people want to see this. We're gonna have a little throwback of what the mechanics were like back in Gen 2. You ready?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess.
All right, guys, you ready? Look at this! Look at this design, like the overlay of this on Showdown. It's kind of cool, right? All right. Oh, that's right. There's no doubles in Gen 2.
I think this is pretty safe.
I'll tell you what is pretty safe. This is pretty safe. Oh, we gotta turn on the timer as well because I know you're playing Sasso soon. What was that? Surf? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I did. Let's see what. Take that. Oh, what? Growth? Yeah, growth in Gen 2 is only +1. Let's see. And only +1 in special attack. I don't remember when they changed that. All right. Here.
Oh, I got red, bro.
Big time. Big time. I don't have chlorophyll though, so. All right, but we're gonna do this. We're gonna.
I'm faster? No?
Of course not. Oh my god, the crit!
Oh, the crit ice beam, boy!
Oh my. That was so rude. All right, I'm about to get 6-0'd here.
Boy!
Oh my goodness. Oh gosh, I don't remember what the percentage increase of a crit is.
Oh, crit? You crit me back.
Oh gosh, dang! Even in the sun. All right.
Growth Polytoad is absolutely nutty, yo. Someone needs to bring this to the VBA.
I don't think it gets growth anymore. Okay.
I don't know how I beat this though.
I'll tell you what. Fake Out wasn't existent yet in Gen 2.
I wonder if it gave you this. Like, rip. I don't know what to do here.
Wow, this Politoed is so bulky.
Yeah, you got it with the
That's
the
right.
leech.
Just as I planned, folks. Just as I planned.
That's my boy.
Oh man.
This is the first season I didn't have one.
Take that. Take that. Substitute. I love that it's the old animations. That's great. Mine stronger? No, not really.
Yeah. Slightly.
Oh, do I have leftovers? Oh, heck yeah.
I think every Pokemon has leftovers because my Politoed did too. I think every Pokemon actually has leftovers.
Fifth Leaf has 270 seconds left. Wow, what a switch. What a switch.
Get red.
Damn. Alright, let's see here. What? Oh, right. That was a thing. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm about to be swept by this Charizard right here. I don't think I could beat this.
Are you recording this battle, by the way?
Yeah, of course I'm recording it. This is top tier stuff right here. Take that. Take that.
You're faster, Rip.
Hero OP.
Yo, you're about to get a +6 rock slide coming at you.
All right. What are you gonna do? Earthquake? What are you gonna do? Huh? Let's see.
How fast?
Hero's fast. Take that. Oh, the crit.
Well,
What is the crit ratio here?
Crit might have
I don't know
mattered.
what the crit percentage is. Like, it must be
it's crazy. It's like it like doubles it. Like it doesn't work where it's like a 1 point times multiplier. It's like double your level. So this is level 73.
Oh,
so
I didn't
it'll be
realize
like
the levels were different.
Double that level.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize all the Pokemon's levels are different either. Rip?
This Fearo's about to sweep.
Okay.
Fearo's about to sweep. What the F? Dude, you have Mew on the team?
Get red.
Damn it. All right, now we're gonna go to the classic combination, the classic combo.
Oh, you're gonna what? Sleep talk me?
Sleep Talk was first introduced in Generation 2. Oh, that's right. Rest heals it with Sleep Talk. They got rid of that mechanic, I think, in Generation 3.
As they should have. That's gross.
Dude, Rest, Sleep Talk, Snorlax, Curse Snorlax was the craziest thing. And Return. Curse, Return, Rest, Sleep Talk.
Let's go.
Jesus, it's freaking leftovers.
I don't think I've ever used a Mew that wasn't just Metronome. Oh my god, bro.
I think I wake up this turn, right? Oh, no, I don't wake up this turn. Oh, shoot. Do I wake up this turn? How many turns of rest sleep is there? Oh my gosh. Is it a random number of sleep turns for rest?
Yeah, it's a 50-50. It rolls every turn.
Oh my gosh.
You can literally
That's
sleep
dumb.
forever.
Oh man. Okay, here we go. We're in business now. We're in business now.
That Sandslash is the best level.
Here we go. Here we go.
All right.
Okay, now we do this. Oh, wait a second. Oh, okay, and the crit. All right, we're down to the wire here. We're both at 2.
I think you win now. I don't think I can beat. I don't think I could beat Swords Dance.
Time to rest. Time to rest. Sleep Talk. Oh, I didn't kill. All right.
Oh, was I fast?
Let's go, Sandslash. Oh, you have a Kangaskhan too. Well, I guess there's not that many Pokemon in general, so. All right. Do I got it? Nope, I don't. Okay, interesting. So we don't have the same Kangaskhan set. That's really interesting. Okay. Let's do this.
Both the same level.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. There we go. There's the para. Oh, Curse. You have a Curse. Kangaskhan. Oh, man. Don't do it, Leaf. Don't do it. Oh, this is going to take forever. It's going to take forever. Oh, just kidding. Just kidding. Just crit.
Just kidding.
All right. GG's. GG's.
GG's.
All right.
I'm surprised, bro. They gave me Mew. That's not
fair at all.
Although to be fair, my damage was mostly dealt from the belly drum Charizard and the Politoed. That Politoed.
Yeah, that
cracked.
Politoed was good. That Politoed was good. I usually end the interview by asking Mr. Interviewee, what is currently in the trunk of your car?
You know, I had a whole season and a half now to think about this question.
What do you mean think about it?
And
did you purposely put certain things in the trunk of your car for this interview?
No, I thought about it, but I figured that would be cheating. So right now in the back of my car there is a Craftsman toolbox that my girlfriend's dad bought me. There is a half-filled oil pan with used oil in it. There are a couple towels, some microfiber cloths. I have a random binder from my job in there that I was supposed to complete a while ago. And I have like 4 protein shakers in there. Not full. Ew, that'd be gross. But
Yeah.
they're in there. So that's what's in. It's not nothing too exciting.
It's
but,
not about
a lot of my.
Yeah, I mean, it's not
stuff.
about exciting. I think this question, it brings up a lot of where the person is in their life, right? So clearly you have car stuff, things to work on your car. You're a big car guy. And your work stuff, and then obviously your protein shakes because you're trying to get swole, and it says a lot, Leaf. It says a lot. But you know, in honor of you being the new interviewer this season, I gotta truly end the interview by asking you, what was the last gift you gave?
It's funny because I was gonna say, as an interviewer myself, I was gonna ask you the question. Today is the day after Christmas, so I gave a lot of gifts. But I guess if we're looking at timeline order instead of chronological order, so we're going technically. The last gift I gave that was opened was my girlfriend. I gave her one of those blanket hoodies.
Yeah.
I got her a premium one that's like super soft. I wish I bought it for myself, but hold on, I got something better.
Uh-oh. I don't have a good feeling about this, folks. Just don't bring anything weird onto camera, alright, Leaf? Alright, he's getting settled here. Let's see what we got.
I'm going to my friend's house to give them gifts today. And we have a Nachosaurus. You put your nachos into the back, and then it comes with that little like watering hole that you put dips in, and a Triceratops.
Oh my gosh! Why do these exist?
Because I guess capitalism found out that you're never too old to play with.
People
your
like
food.
novelty. All right. Well, yeah, Mr. Leaf. That's Mr. Academy himself, NuzlockeAcademy. That's our interview, man. Is there any last words you wanna say to the community before I let you go?
Last words? Not really. I want to wish everybody happy holiday season. I mean, we just passed Christmas and all the other kind of big holidays that surround the season. But we're still here. So have a good rest of the holiday season. Good luck. Have fun with the rest of your matches. Unless it's a week you're up against me, then let RNG not be in your favor. Yeah,
awesome.
have a wonderful night or day, whatever time.
And Leaf does a bunch of Nuzlocks, or Nuzlocke Academy. I mean, it's called Nuzlocke Academy. So he does a bunch of Nuzlocks. We'll link his Twitch below in the description, and make sure you go check him out. And yeah, thanks for joining, and we'll see you guys at the next coach interview by him. All right,
this guy.
Have a good one.